Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we're going to be playing some Best of One in anticipation of the Arena Open that's tomorrow. I'm not probably going to play, just seeing if I could free up some time tomorrow. But this is a deck that Crokies and Danny T-Law were playing to quite a high level of success. It is a mono-white, aggressive, slanted, kind of life gain synergy deck. I've been playing it this afternoon a bit. I went from 98% up to 1100 on the ladder. So I'm going to continue that. 8 and 4. The deck plays really quick. I got 12 games in about an hour. So we'll run through this. So we have kind of the shell. You have your aggressive threats and protection effects in All Seed and Selfless Savior. These protect some of your bigger threats. Giant Killer. I'm playing 2. The original list had 1 and 1 Basri Ket. I really didn't like Basri. So Giant Killer, it's good against Gruul, good against like Mono Red when they put stuff on Cleave and stuff. 1 Sentinel's Eye is to play against Rogues, gives you some options there to escape and also just give your big things Vigilance with Lifelink. Speaker of the Heavens is kind of your payoff. If you gain a bunch of life, you're able to create Angels. 4 of Casket, one of the better removals in Best of One. About half my matches were between Rogues and Mono Red, so it pretty much wipes out everything there. Aspirant is able to just pump up your team. You also have Daxos, which in my games was low-key one of the best cards in the deck. Gains you life, becomes a really big blocker, and adds a bunch of devotion to your Heliod. Heliod, when you gain life, you get to put counters on your stuff. Also life links your team. 1 Banishing Light, and then your Skyclaves are more removal. Skyclave pretty much answers most of the threats in Best of One. 1 Linden as just kind of a devotion enabler, gain you some life. Don't want more than 1, I feel. There's not as many Scorching Dragonfires. Most of the removal does 2 damage in the form of Stomp, but it's another way to kind of play around there. Maul the Skycleaves lets you go over the top and gives you flying. 2 Luris in the main. Been pretty happy with that. Legion Angel, you play 1 in the main board, 3 in the sideboard. It's the only thing in our sideboard. We're Best of One, but we're able to fetch it. And then 2 Amiria's Call, and then 4 Castle Ardenvales, and 16 Plains. So we will fire it up. I am 1188, so we're going to make a push, try to solidify our top 1200 spot. So as we jump into this, as I mentioned in past videos, I'm looking at a partnership with Untapped GG. So if you're looking to get a really good app to track your in-game performance, stuff like that, highly suggest it. This is what it looks like in game. You get all your percentages, stuff like that. So we'll have an affiliate link that I'll post in the YouTube video. This is likely Rogues, so we'll just play out like this. And we can go from there. Yeah, appreciate the support. If you can, click that. Just lets them know that you came from my channel. And we'll jump into this. Enough pandering. Freebird, yeah, we are playing some mono white goodness. I think we do this. If they block the speaker, I'll give it protection. If not, I'll just drop another speaker down. Next turn, I'll try to sneak Heliod in. Kind of want to get them to tap out. The Rogues matchup's been an iffy one. Okay, that's good. That lets me get this down. That sucks. This is really good in the matchup. I think we do this just to... Daxos is also good. Because Daxos lets me hold up protection. Okay, so I think what we do is we do this. Attack with these 2. If they want to trade their board, they can. My dog's trying to come in. How's it going, Freebird? Because then at least like this, I could get my speaker larger. going to split this up because they play Heartless Act, so it's a way to play around that. So they can play like Drown in the Loch. Yeah, been doing well. It's the crazy time at work right now, so happy to get some time to play some Magic. So we'll probably play out Daxos this turn. We have 5 cards in the graveyard. Okay, so they just Drown in the Loch now. Maul is nice. Maul lets us go over the top, but then we don't have protection. So I think what we do is just go Daxos here. If they have another Thief. I have not. I have a full play set, but it might be a little too slow in the current format. I feel like you need a way to kind of cheat it out. I've seen some people play it in Historic, in like mono white life gain. There's a lot more ways to enable the life gain in that deck with like Soul Warden and Seraph Ascendant. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This also turns Heliod on. If they have a land, then they turn on this Thieves Guild Enforcer. Have you given Angel at all a shot? Wouldn't mind that Glass Casket. Wanted that Luris as well. And Wind Robber. So we equipped here if they have removal. Put it on the Daxos just because this can get shut down. I don't want this to die. I want to be able to hold up protection. If they do have a removal spell, I will shut off Devotion here. They can sack this. We're at 37 cards. You always want to be mindful because they can beat you without damage with mill. So they can't quite get back, play Luris and this in the same turn yet. Yeah, that's another version of the deck, like the more Boggles version. 2 Glass Caskets milled sucks. 3 and 1 Luris. Because they can just basically, with Luris, keep getting back the Wind Robbers to block us each turn. So what we'll do here, kind of want to do this. Because they can block with the Thieves Guild. They get Luris. I probably still want to hold up the protection here. Because if they play Thieves Guild Enforcer, they can just get it back with Luris. Let's do this. Maybe should have attacked with this. Because what we can do is next turn with the 2 Daxos, so we get a couple triggers. You also have this can die with a sacrifice, so it can put another point of damage there. So something to note for future turns. I can cast this next turn, it'll gain. So they have an effect. They're just taking their sweet time playing it. So next turn, Daxos can get a bunch of life gain triggers. Put it on the Luminarch Ascension, give this pro... Depends if they tap out. If they tap out and I can give a pro blue, then I'll do it. One sec, I'm just going to let my dog in the room. Come on. Heliod can give lifelink, but I don't want to tap out off this All Seeds protection. Captain Cody, thanks for the follow. Present a few lethal attacks this way. So if they have a removal spell, because they block here, this forces them to... Okay, they just lost. Because now I give a pro blue and then the Wind Robber can't block it. Xaxes. Not enough from Big Mike there. 1048. Rogues is usually a little tricky. They have a lot of removal. Normally what I would do in that situation is give the life link to Heliod, or to Daxos. But with them seemingly always holding up 2 mana for a removal spell, we wanted to have the protection up. Even if we drew enough lands to activate Castle, I wasn't going to activate Castle unless we had a 6th land. Playing Disciple of the Vault. And this is a keep. Probably go Speaker first, and then play out the Savior. So last month I was around 400 or 500. And I was dropping pretty quick. During the last like 12 hours, I would say if you stop there, then you're usually good. So this matchup usually goes long, so I don't mind Emiria here. they want to trade, we can do that. I'd probably stop, like with 2 days left, if I could get to like 200, I'd probably stop. Okay, I'm gonna exile the Daxos here. Daxos can gain him enough life and make it hard. They want to get rid of the pro guy. This is a mirror breaker as well, being able to just activate it to gain the life. Luminarch. Nice Samarfin. So Sunday I started and I was, what was I when I started? I think like, sorry, 1 sec, let me just play this out. I started at like 400. I fell down to around 90%, and I've been moving my way back up since. Rakdos, I went like 9-2. This I'm now 9-4, I think. Okay, so Heliod. We're gonna want to try to take them off some stuff, but this should be able to race. So I think we do this. Just start getting this going. They've been pretty diligent of holding up protection. So this is worse if they have Skyclave Apparition, which they do. They get rid of my Luris. So I can't get the loop going. I think we just take 5 here. Nice, Captain Cody. Yeah, Rogues is still tough to play against if you're not like interacting with them at a reasonable amount clock. Okay, so I think what we do here, just keep going in the skies. It's pretty much the way we're gonna have to win this one. They can start life linking here. I think that's okay though. Like they can gain decent amount. 7 this turn. So they gain 4. I can just swing back and try to get them that way. Because that's... So they gain 4, they go to 11. No blocks here. I wasn't even paying attention to what my life total was. So pop this here, and that's 11. I don't know what they can have. Okay. I'm like, they can't have something there. 886. Nice. Making our way up. What am I at with this one so far? We are... Let that refresh. We are 10 and 4 right now with this one. We've lost a couple to rogues. Lost 2 to rogues, 1 to black-white like humans, and then 1 to the mirror where they were on the play. The mirror is actually pretty interesting. You get into this like dance of who draws their removal first. Just need a land, and this hand's really good. I'll offer a trade here. We have Linden next turn. Seasoned Hallowblade. I think we want to advance our game plan. Because if they have Sky, the equipment. Okay, so they have Skyclave. So we'll glass. Ooh, they get rid of the Daxos, which is interesting. Okay, so I drew land here. So... I think we just Glass Casket Seasoned Hallowblade. And then attack in. I want to keep this for Maul of the Skyclave. Weird, audio just glitched. Another Hallowblade. Hallowblades for days. We'll hold off here. So there's a payoff for us. Them drawing that first is really good though. Yeah, Croquis was playing it all day. He got pretty high on the ladder. If they want to discard a card here, I'm fine with that. Because I can tap down these angels. Sorry. Sorry about that. Choking. I think if we can get Daxos down. Can exile this. So let's do this. Do this. Kind of want a Heliod at this point. I don't really have many more answers to these Legion Angels. I have my own Legion Angels. I have Amiria's Call. Actually, I have 3 more apparitions. Are you playing best of 3 or best of 1 for the tournament? And I'm assuming standard, right, Freebird? So here we'll just pass the turn. I can just tap this down on combat. Honestly, I'm not even too worried about it. I could just gain life. Let that die. Kabira Tactics is interesting. That's kind of annoying. Best of 3. I really like Rakdos midrange. I played it a couple days ago. It's something I would definitely take a look into. I think we get this going. Make this... I basically want to get this big enough that I can attack into 2 Hallow Blades. Mind you, if they double block with... Well, they could give it protection. Let's just gain some life this way. Yeah, I like Rakdos. Do you need me to send you a list, Freebird? But ultimately, like, go with what you're the most familiar with. If you haven't played much with certain decks, then I wouldn't go too, like, off the wall. Okay. Luminar can make this bigger in a hurry. Also lets them attack in there. Hey, that's a good one. That is a good one. I'll send you the list as soon as we get a moment break. So I'm going to do this so it can attack into... Opponent says GG. 8, 7, 9. So they can't fully block Daxos here. Clerics is a little tough to play, I find. Like, when I played it on stream, I went 3-0. Like, pretty high Mythic. But, I kind of got lucky. Okay, Kabira's takedown. They do get a 4-4. Comes a 5-3. Here, we can just keep making things bigger. I think we can just keep attacking in. They're probably looking like for a maul. Okay. Well, it's going to be whoever can make the biggest dummy. I'm probably going to start differentiating my threats now. Luris is great. That's 10, 11, 12. So it's 10, 16. They would have to block with everything to take Daxos off the battlefield. This is a 4 power, so it could get killed. So we can put 1 here. Let's go 1 here. Just try to push through whatever damage we can. You wanna go outside, Abby? 1 sec. My dog's a picky one. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Got that win. Just give me 1 sec. I'm just going to bring my dog downstairs, and then we'll fire up some more games. Sorry about that. My dog has a bit of arthritis, so she has a hard time going down the stairs. Okay, so let me just give Arena a quick reset, and we'll fire up some more games. Yeah, if you don't have the cards, play with what you're most familiar with. Having reps with a deck is better than like never playing a deck. I didn't spend enough time on Doom Foretold for the MIQ, and it kind of showed in my performance. So, those of you tuning into the channel, I'm MTG Joe. We are playing Best of 1 today. We are currently top 700-ish on the Mythic ladder. Started today at 99%. I'm 11-4 with this deck, put together by Crokies and Danny T-Law. It's a Best of 1 mono white. Only change I made was cutting Basri Ket because it did nothing and playing another Giant Killer. But the goal of the deck is to smash face, gain life, make big things, and exile your opponent's permanents. It's been very good in Best of 1, so we'll continue with this. If you do enjoy the content, want to know when I go live more often, you can always hit that follow button. Be greatly appreciated if you can. Everything I do play on the channel goes up onto my YouTube, so you can catch everything there. We play a mix of standard and historic on the channel. Generally, best of 3, but with the current Arena Open being more of a best of 1 format, want to play some of this to get some content out. Opponent's 136, so we'll keep this hand's very good. They're on a creature deck. If they throw like some Yorian nonsense, then we're not that good. Okay, this hand's not bad against rogues. I wouldn't mind a 2-drop. Okay, it's not the worst. I would have liked to play here. Sultai. Okay. Opponent's caught my interest. So we're going to exile the Tome. So they're probably on Extinction Event. So this hand's very bad in lieu of a heavy removal deck. I am not going to commit more to the board in the event they do have Extinction Event. Well, we can activate Castle next turn, which is decent. We can stop drawing lines after this. I'll be happy without drawing lines. Just sacking this so we can get in the graveyard for Luris later. I'll just get rid of this. The question is if they're on... I think we just hold off here. I don't know what their kind of win condition is. That's terrifying.
I'd like you to meet my friend. Stop.
I can't beat that at this point, I don't think. Just play this out. If they have an extinction event, we just got to play to the board at this point. If they have Gargaroth or something. Our hand hasn't really come together, and I don't have answers for Vivian. They're playing Shadow's Verdict main. Yeah. Know when you lost. It's probably not a bad call with all the aggro going around. Just play Sultai removal. It's probably bad against rogues. Not gonna get much of a fight out of us. If we had a good enough curve to like lead out, but our hand was all reactive spells. If that was like mono red or like a mirror, our hand would have been great. This hand's very slow. Okay, this hand's better. Let's put back Sentinel's Eye. Generally, you want to lead on this if you can protect your Daxos. Mono red. No blocks. So the overall ladder is this. So your rank is the same, but there's like two different ladders. There's kind of more two different metas. Generally, you'll see a lot more linear decks in Best of One. Primarily monocolor, so it's a little unique. We saw Sultai there. Pretty much what I've run into thus far is rogues, mono red, mono white, and then kind of like just different flavors of aggro. Here, I don't think I think we want to keep this if they have, what's its name? 3 mana god. What's his? I forget his name. Yeah, this Daxos has actually been really good in this deck. You can see against mono red, they can't really do much against us. What we do need is like Glass Casket. I know we've been the Sentinel's Eye, but Sentinel's Eye would be really good. If we draw another Apparition, Linden. Okay, that's fine. That's great. Get rid of the robber here. I think here we attack. Yeah, I actually cut the Basri. I found it didn't do enough in the games. I played another Giant Killer, which like for, say, Bone Crusher. So we're going to Skyclave Apparition here. Take the 1. This lets us crack back after. This incidental life gain also helps us with the race. We do need some sort of payoff card, just because they're getting to the Embercleave point of the game. And I've used 2 exile effects already. So we're not going to block here because they could pump. Do you have the constellation ones or just the full arts? I need to get the paper Thassa constellation art. Yeah, they also have Rimrock. Okay, that's fine. Of note, this can't block. Skargan. Okay, that's a card. So here... Because I can't block this anyways. I can make this 3 power. Can block Rim Knight if they pump. So, because I can make this unblockable. I think we attack here. And then just play this out for some extra life. One, two, three. You could only pump Kargan. That's fine. The Ember Cleave. That does 8, but I could hit him for more on the crackback. They can do 10 next turn. Glass Casket right now, just because of its converted mana cost, it's easier to play on curve and it hits most of the threats in the format. Banishing Light's usually a little too slow at 3 mana. 3 mana you want to do like Skyclave Apparition or just hard removal. We are playing 1 Banishing Light in the deck. Are we good at top decks? So I think here we do this. Attack him for 5. Best draw on the deck, I think. Thanks, Cody. Have a good time there. Okay, so I think we do this. Okay, they got us with the Embercleave Juke. Are they dead on the crackback though? I think they are. Yeah, got him. Nice. What are you playing right now, Kiwi? Was it the mono white version? I think you said last time we chatted. Oh, I know. I just saw your message in Discord. I was just streaming, but yeah, I can play most decks in the format. I've been playing since Disciple of the Vault we played earlier today. This hand is sweet. Disciple of the Vault, what were they on? Oh, sorry. Let me get that out of the way. Oh, they were on mono white too. Okay, so they have the casket here. I think we do this because then I could Linden potentially. Play draw is such a big difference here. So I think we do this. Exile this, play the Selfless Savior. Yeah, this is Croaky's deck. I only made the one change of getting rid of Bassery. Ah! It's a one of. This one's such a mirror breaker. I don't think we can beat it at this point. Because the problem is they just keep flying over the top every turn they're casting these now. That seems wrong. Just have to try to get to 7 mana at this point. Even that's not going to do it. Need my aspirants like ASAP. Lost twice to this guy. Yeah, he's the most popular streamer. Usually has between like 3,000 and 4,000 viewers. Well, I mean, if I can draw this, then we might have a chance. That's 6. I need aspirant. If I don't hit aspirant, then I'm too far behind. He's beat me twice like this too. Okay. That's a draw. That is a draw. Need a land, and then I can Emerius Call. Now I'm dead. He gives pro white so he can get through. He used to play another game called Artifact. I think it's just like this combination of his personality, and he's got like a following behind him. He's very good. He's not professional, like in terms of like playing in the MPL, but he consistently finishes like top of the mark. He's also always on. Like there's days where in the morning I'll watch it before, like as I'm having my coffee to start off the day, and he's still on at like night when I'm cooking dinner. That Angel's such a mirror breaker. Cascalot. Keep. Goose. What's this nonsense all about? Excuse. They took away the thanks. It's kind of annoying. So they could be on like the food decks. Trail of Crumbs, yeah, probably my... Oh, nice. Yeah, I think he's Scottish living in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. We want a land. That was not a land. That was not a land. We need a land. So I'm doing this just because Daxos will have high toughness, so being able to attack block is going to be good. Yeah. Well, we can probably get enough devotion to block Troll King. Drop Aspirant, make this bigger. Come on. Sorry about that. The unfortunate thing is this is big enough we can't interact with. Okay, the angel can be good here. Just do this. We got 8 power. If we ever draw land, we're in a good spot. Line, play out these Legion Angels. We are on the Protect Daxos, Daxos is King line. Stone Coil? Or another Troll King? Wicked Wolf. Okay. Tangled Florhedron. We're going to take the 7 here. Yeah, I never ended up watching that. Oh my god, can we like... Please? Just give me something to do with my... And this is kind of why I avoid best of one at times, just the variance. 42% of our deck is plains. That's fine. Let them spend food here. That sounds like a mess, Kiwi. Kazandu. The fact we're holding in this with just 2 mana. Because the thing is, I have the answer for this nicely wrapped up. I can protect it. Surprised they played the land, unless they have another one in hand. Mammoth, make food. Lands. Lands. Hey. Okay. Give me one more land. I can play this Legion Angel, and then maybe I can sneak this game away. Yeah, I'm playing 2 Lurrus in the main. So ideally I wanted to get rid of this Ooze earlier. 10, 13. They have enough to block Daxos here. Thing is, they're digging so deep through their deck. It's a bit of a problem. I'd also really like Heliod right now. Lurrus isn't that good right now. They could Gem Razor on this Kazandu Mammoth, giving it Trample, which is also pretty rough. And that also gives it Reach. Yeah, normally that's what I would do, but they have the Scavenging Ooze to eat my thing in response. Oh. Oh, I just lost. I'm an idiot. I needed to give it protection. We missed lands too many times that game. Can't really do much there. I forgot Daxos was an enchantment creature. We probably weren't coming back there. At that point, we would have needed to draw running Thought Thieves. Because I couldn't even block the Gem Razors with the Flyers because it would have had the counter from Scavenging Ooze. Alright. Opponent goes first. Hand is pretty slow. Double Daxos is basically a mulligan. Okay, sounds much better. Fabled. Okay, so they're on Gruul. Two drops, very nice there. So we basically want to hold this Lurrus for when I can have protection for it. They miss a line drop. Just have another stomp. You want to stop opponent. Give him the oops, pretend like we passed through our phases. So it's not the best here because we take damage, but I think we still do it. Land. Okay, Daxos is fine. Daxos gives us some life back. Here, if they just play out one of these, we can exile. Probably go Glass Casket route and save the Apparition. Apparition could get rid of Questing Beast where Casket can't. This could be Stomp. Oh, it could be Embercleave. Okay, that's fine. that's the case, Heliod doesn't put enough devotion on them. Lurrus gives it 4. What are the chances they have? Let's just Lurrus here. Just in case they have something I need to be concerned with. They've already played 2 Bone Crushers. If they have Primal Might, they have Primal Might. Okay. Bone Crusher. And Love Struck. So here, I think what we do, so Giant Killer's better, because then I can tap down whatever they have with Ember Cleave. So I think we do that. Let's get rid of Love Struck. If they just move this over to Bone Crusher, I think we take the damage. Actually, we probably block with Daxos. So that's 10. Shit. Okay, 14. Yikes. Yikes. No lands suck. And I'm kind of priced into doing this. So that's going to attack me for 8. I guess what I can do alternatively is do this. Oh no, I needed to keep up 2 mana. I misplayed there. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Robber. Another Heliod, so that's 10. So I do need to block like this. This gains us some more life. And Edgewall. Okay, so we drew the land. This lets me... I think we do want to tap this down though. So I can Apparition it. And the biggest thing they could put on is 4. So yeah, maybe let's do that. Hey Phantom. Overall been pretty good. We got as high as like 700-ish. We lost a couple of close ones. This one's been really interesting against Squirrel. I think we just hold off here. It's been a nice dance to see Ember Cleave versus our life gain. Next turn I get Helioed down, which will be quite a beating. Ooh, Legion Angels. Very, very difficult for us to deal with. Here... Honestly... I need to keep this alive, though. Because they play this, they take my Legion Angel. And then they can give it the Ember Cleave, so I need to be able to tap it down next turn. They gain some life here. They stole my Daxos. They keep taking my cards, chat. Well, that's a draw. That is a draw. That's mine. Please remember that. That is mine. I think what we do here is we do attack. I have a Selfless Savior that I can sacrifice here if they quadruple block. Nice. What have you been playing, Phantom? Alright, let me just give the client, let's see what our record is as well. Let me give the client a quick reset. Getting a little bit of a sound bug. Nice. So as it loads, we're currently 13-7 with the deck. I lost to the same person playing mono white twice. We're positive against, so we're killing mono red. We're still ahead on mono white. We've lost to black white humans, mono green food where we just only had 2 lands. And they're calling this green black, but it was Sultai removal, which we couldn't beat a active. The extinction evented our board and then played Vivian, and our little dorks could not compete with Vivian. Want to see if I can get to like 500-ish rank. Okay, it's a little slower of a hand, but opponent goes first, so I think double casket's probably reasonable. Especially like on the Linden draws. Phantom, appreciate the support. So next turn I probably go Linden. We'll see what they play out. Annex. Let's do Skyclave here. If they have Stomp, they have Stomp. But this lets me theoretically play out 2 cards next turn, which I prefer. Ideally, they just play out something stupid, like a Robber or something. Then I can exile it and play Luminarch, make this 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're getting close to Heliod as well. Yikes. Yikers! So I think I want to take them off the Embercleave line, if possible. They could still have it. One, two, three, four. So it's probably Linden we play out. Put a counter on this attack. If they want to block with Bone Crusher, they can. They're playing Shock. That's the worst line for us. So I just gotta hold this Linden back. I am not gonna block this turn if they have Cleave. What is this deck? Who's playing Fire Prophecy? Not even Scorching Dragonfire. Fire Prophecy. Think we're dead. Think we are dead. It's not quite enough devotion. If they have the Cleave, it's something. That's gonna kill our rank. Losing to 94. They had all the answers that game. Our hand was pretty good too. It's just we never really got to curve it out. If we had like one protection spell, we would have been a lot better. I feel like I'm just going to go constantly between like 1100 and 900. Keep. Any hand with these two is like an auto keep. Then you got the castle as well. Smidge awkward, but fine nonetheless. Okay, so this is Yorion. Not the best because the payoffs. So I'm going to get them to do it on this because I want them to exile the Daxos if they have Skyclave Apparition here, so then I can Glass Casket it. I also have another Daxos, so I'm not as concerned. Also, if they're just going to be playing Trail of Crumbs, we can probably run them down. Cool. Here, can do this. Doesn't give me enough life for Speaker of the Heavens. I think we want to protect this. They can eat the food. Ugh, stop drawing Glass Caskets. So this only puts me at 25. So let's do this. $24, $25, $26. One short here. One short. This looks so bad. Like, if any of these were Skyclave Apparition, this game would have been over. Fudge. Ah. This is so frustrating. Maul. Okay. Not terrible. I could put a glass casket down just to get devotion going. Maul of the Skyclave. Maul of the Skyclave. I might want to try out another Maul. Probably over Linden. That gets them the white, so if they have Yori in here, it's pretty much game over. Luris turns on Heliod. Linden's pretty nice. ECD, not very good with our Heliod. Banishing Light. They can eat the food. So now they have to decide between the Banishing Light on Heliod, like Heliod or the Banishing Light. They'll have the white from the Branch Cloth. Ah! So annoying. We were one life away, and now they're just gonna ruin our day. So frustrating. Let's try to get devotion up. They can just ECD this though. Let me just see what they target. Guess we're not dead. But we're like basically dead. We're basically dead there. Alright, last game. See if we can recover. That one was frustrating. Let me try playing a second Maul. Probably instead of Linden. Let's test that out. Variance is catching up to us, chat. Alright. Opponent goes first. Mono red. theoretically a good hand if we can get it. Okay, so we drew our next land. It's decent. We're gonna get stomped here is my guess. What's with them playing Shock? Have they just adapted to that? That's annoying. Okay, so we're taking some damage this turn. Hopefully they don't have like Bone Crusher Giant. We can get one turn. They have Bone Crusher Giant, don't they? Opponent, I would love if you just stop, please. Just gonna be mana efficient here. Just take one of these off. Not doing this yet, because next turn I can make it a 3/3. Which if they're showing these Royal Eruptions is kind of scary. I probably take the damage here. Sick.